What would you say if I told you that I felt like when I was in church on Sunday mornings, I had a great relationship with God? We were close, He's loving and gracious, but once I leave church and really throughout the rest of the week, I feel like He's really distant, even absent. Now, you might look at me and say, I feel the same way. Then again, you might look at me and tell me that how I feel about my relationship with God doesn't determine my relationship to God. C.S. Lewis put it like this: although our feelings come and go, God's love for us does not. You see, my relationship to God doesn't change because my location does. And the fact that I'm His daughter and He loves and cares for me certainly doesn't change just because of how I feel on any particular day. Otherwise, I'd have to post on Facebook that my relationship with God is complicated when it really isn't. He saved me, now I'm His daughter, done. That's never going to change. In the same way that I so often allow my feelings to determine the way that I think about my relationship to God, I do the same thing with my other relationships too. Sometimes I sit in my room alone and just feel lonely. I start to feel all sorry for myself because I don't have close friends to hang out with right then. But I have to remember that just because something isn't right in front of me doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. I do have friends, they just don't live in the same city as me anymore. How foolish is it to think that once someone or something has left my sight or is out of earshot, that it ceases to be what it once was, as though its existence is in any way dependent on me? My relationship to that person or that thing doesn't intrinsically change once it leaves my presence. My friends don't stop being my friends just because I move to another state. The more that I've thought about it, I've realized that when I forget the reality of how things are and instead superimpose my feelings as reality, I end up doubting the goodness of God. I don't have a friend with me right now, so God must not care about me, but He does. He's proven it time and again. One of the first things I did when I moved into my new apartment is hang pictures on every wall. Pictures of friends and family and places I love. Pictures of good days and good memories just to remind me of God's goodness and all the ways that He's blessed me. I put up verses to remind me of who God is and what He's done and what I'm called to do. I'm learning that my feelings can change my perspective, and they can certainly change my attitude, but they don't change reality. The truth is that God is real and that He loves me. The truth is that He's blessed me with a ton of friends, even if they are scattered all over the world. The truth doesn't change, even though how I might feel about it does. That's why I hang up reminders and have to stay in contact with God and with my friends. When I start to get all weepy and whiny, they remind me of what's real. So, yeah, that's my thought for the day. I hope it made sense.